Okay guys, just a quick recap at the minute before we get started. So, if you just want to have a look at these 8 questions, maybe pause the video, see how you'd go about answering them before I go through them for you. Right guys, let's go through some answers then very quickly. So, we've got 6 times x, 6 lots of x is just 6x. Okay, we've got x, add x, add x, add x, add x, add x. That's what 6 times something means. Okay, 6 lots of 2x, we're going to have 12x. 2x, add 2x, add 2x, add 2x, add 2x, add 2x. Okay, 12x. Adding, introducing 6 lots of negative 2, 6 groups of negative 2, you're going to end up with negative 12. 6 lots of negative 2x, you're going to end up with negative 12x. Okay, this means negative 2 times negative x. So basically you've got that. Okay, 6 times negative 2 times x. If you know what 6 times negative 2 is, you've got the first part of this. You just need to times it by x. Negative 12 lots of x, negative 12x. Now if we're expanding this bracket, you can use the grid method. I always recommend using this because I think that it makes you less likely to make a mistake with forgetting to multiply a part of with the part inside the bracket. Okay, the expression inside the bracket. 4 times x, 4 times 2. So my answer is 4x, add 8. 4 lots of 2x plus 1. 4 lots of 2x, 4 lots of 1. So our answer is 8x plus 4. 4 lots of 1 take 2x. I'm putting the subtraction sign there, I'm keeping that there. 4 times 1. 4 times negative 2x is going to be negative 8x. And then finally, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times negative x is negative 4x. And so we get that. Okay? So for today's lesson, you need to be able to expand a bracket. And to be able to expand a bracket, you need to be able to multiply terms. Okay, so this is all really important in being able to work through today's work. So we've got an example here of an equation that includes a bracket. Okay, now the equation that we're given is 3 lots of 4x plus 1 is equal to 27. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to look at this and you'll see I've written method 1 and method 2. I'm going to show you 2 different ways of solving it. The first method is going to be by expanding the bracket. Okay, if we expand that bracket using the method we've just looked at, we're going to get 12x plus 3 is equal to 27. And that is a fairly straightforward equation to solve now. Compared to some of the equations we've been looking at recently, that's quite a simple one to work through. We're going to take 3 from both sides, which will give us 12x plus 3. Take 3 is equal to 27. Take 3 again. That's a line of working you don't need. We're going to divide both sides by 2. So we're going to get 12x divided by 2 is equal to 24 divided by 2. Again, that's a line of working you don't need. You can just put down this bit, which is going to be... Sorry, guys, we need to be dividing by 12. Okay, because we've got 12x and we only want 1x. So we're dividing both sides by 12. So we're going to get x is equal to 2. Okay, that's method 1. Expand the bracket and solve as you would normally. Okay, method 2... Okay, method 2 it's going to involve looking at this equation and seeing that we've got 3 lots of 4x plus 1 is equal to 27. 3 lots of this is equal to 27. We can work out what 1 lot of this is going to be equal to, okay? 3 lots of this is equal to 27. Well, let's find out what 1 lot of it is equal to by dividing both sides by 3. Three lots of something divided by 3 is just going to be that thing. 4x plus 1 is equal to 9. Okay, and then you've got a really straightforward equation to solve. Take 1 from both sides. I'm not going to do the steps that we don't need to put here, but 4x plus 1 take 1 is just 4x. 9 take 1 is 8. Divide both sides by 4. 4x divided by 4 is x. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Okay, and obviously you get the same answer because it's the same equation. You have to get the same answer. Okay, so do you guys just want to have a go at this equation for me? Okay, this time it's 3 lots of 4x subtract 1 is equal to 33. Pause the video and have a go at that for me, please, guys. Okay, guys, you should have had a go at that now, so I'm just going to quickly go through it. I'm going to do method 1. I'm going to expand the bracket to solve it. Okay, there's no real reason for me to choose that one. It's just that I know in every single equation that we solve with a bracket, we will be able to solve it if we expand the bracket first. It's not always going to be easy if we try and divide it by this number first, because this number isn't guaranteed to be a multiple of this number. It only worked nicely with this one because 27 is a multiple of 3. If that, for example, said 25 there, I would have definitely expanded that bracket first and solved it, okay? But it didn't. It was a multiple of 3, so we could just divide through straight away. But I'm just going to go through the expanding the bracket first method because it works with every single one of these. Use the grid method, but you should get 12x take 3 is equal to 33. And then we've got quite a straightforward equation to solve. So we can write down our line of working that you don't need to write down, but it helps if you're building up confidence. It helps to see where these numbers are coming from. Again, though, I will put a little star next to it so you know it's not a necessity to have that line of work in there. 12x take 3 add 3 is just 12x. 33 add 3 is 36. And again, we're left with 12x is equal to something. 12 times more x than what we actually want, so let's divide both sides by 12. So we're going to get x is equal to 3. That's what you should have got, guys. Okay? And make sure to message me if you're having any problems with this question. Right, final example, guys, for us to look at. Okay? 2 different ways we can go about it. The first method, we can expand the bracket first. So we're going to end up with 4 lots of 8, which is 32. Take away 8x, that's if we expand that, that's what we get. Okay, you can use your grid method up here to do that. I don't need to, but if you guys need to do that to make sure you're getting it right, then please do. Now, there was a question similar to this in the previous lesson, and some of you made little mistakes because of this. Now, my personal preference, when there is a negative amount of x, is to always add that amount of x to both sides. Okay, so let's add 8x to both sides. We're going to get 16 plus 8x on this side of the equation, and we're going to get 32 on this side of the equation. Now, I would much prefer to be solving this equation than this one. They're both solvable. Okay, this one's just easier because we're not dealing with negative numbers now. Take 16 from both sides because we're trying to isolate our unknown. We're going to get 8x is equal to 16. Divide both sides by 8. we're going to get x is equal to 2 again, okay? So, sorry guys. The other method that we could have used, 16 is a multiple of 4. We know 4 lots of this is equal to 16. We can divide both sides of the equation by 4. And we're going to get 4 is equal to 8 take 2x. 4 lots of something divided by 4, they cancel out and just leaves you with that something. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Again, I would add 2x to both sides here so that we haven't got a negative amount of x. So we're going to have 4 plus 2x is equal to 8 because they'll now cancel. Take 4 from both sides because we're trying to isolate our unknown, and we end up with 2x is equal to 4, which means that if we divide both sides by 2, we know that x is equal to 2. Again, you should get the same answer because it's just a different method of solving the same equation. Okay guys, so that's the video. Please let me know if you need any help with that or you're not sure about anything.